Good morning, everyone. It's your English class, and today we are going to study our second chapter of Unit 2, A House of Tyres. So please open the page number 35, A House of Tyres. We are going to study. So let's start. Let's warm up first. Work in pairs. Think of new and creative ways to use the items given in the box. So dear students, some items are given in the box. You should try to reuse these items in a creative way. So what are the items? Let's understand. First is file binders. Second is tin cans. Third is old socks. Then safety pins, old rubber bands, fused bulbs, used ball pen refills, plastic bottles. So as we understood in our previous chapter how to reuse the waste things, so we should try to use these all the things, how we can use these things with a creative manner to decorate the home or for, and we can make something else, right? So in the same chapter, means like in this chapter, we are going to reuse the waste thing, and we will study about a house of tires, how to make it, and what are the benefits of a house of tires, and what are the other names of a house of tires, and what facilities we can give in such type of houses, and what are the main features of these types of houses. So these all the things we are going to study in this chapter. Okay. So let's understand the explanation of this chapter line by line. First line, wait please. Yes. The ability to live completely in a sustainable manner is now a reality thanks to solar homes known as Earthships. So author wants to say to us, now it's the reality we can live in a house with a sustainable manner. Sustainable manner means such a manner in which we don't use or we use less, which are the limited resources like electricity, fuel. So author says to us, some houses are there, those houses are called solar homes, or those also are called earthships. In this we can live there, and there is a less need to use the limited resources like electricity, fuel. So without them we can live in these houses. Next line he says, the U-shaped buildings utilize available natural resources like solar energy and are made entirely of natural and reused materials. So author says us, in such type of houses like earthships or like solar homes, we use the natural resources and which items are available, so we use them like natural resources like solar energy, and we use reused material in such type of houses. Okay, we can say waste materials we use in such type of houses. The future of city living may be to not need the city at all. So author says that maybe in future there will be need of living in city, but we will not live in city, and in such type of houses we will live. So need of city will be vanished, right? Next paragraph. An earthship is absolutely independent of all the public and municipal utilities. So earthship means like a house which is made with the waste materials. So author says to us, in such type of house, we can live independently, means without using the main facilities like public or municipal utilities like electricity or like other things as we use in the cities. So without using those things we can live independently in such type of houses, author says like this. This is what is meant by being off the grid. explained Michael Reynolds. So Michael Reynolds say like that. He said that off the grid we can live. Off the grid means that without using the public and municipal facilities, which are the main facilities which are provided in the cities. So without getting those facilities, we can live, and that is called off the grid. And this point was explained and described by Michael Reynolds, who developed the concept. So Michael Reynolds was a person who developed this concept, solar house, like we can say Earthship. So this concept was organized by Michael Reynolds. In the mountains of New Mexico, USA, Reynolds has built 15 cliff-top homes, which as well as provided a view were designed to prove that the Earthships could be built anywhere. So this person means Michael Reynolds in New Mexico. He built 15 cliff-top homes of like such type of waste things, right? Next, an Earthship's house is made up of rammed earth of tires. The author says that in such type of Earthship, basically we have to use rammed earth, means soil we have to use, and tires we have to use. Mainly two things we have to use in such type of houses. So as you know that when we make any house, so we use cement, we use sand, we use concrete, we use bricks, pieces of stones, we use that. But in such type of houses, author says that we only use earth and tires. The tires are stoked like bricks. So author says that these tires are set like bricks. So as we set the bricks while making any wall. So same in the same way we set the tires. Each tire has earth pounded into them until firmly packed. So author says that in we fill the soil in each tire, and we fix that as we fix the bricks while making the walls. Once the tires are packed, they are very difficult to move and form quite a dense wall. Then he says that when we set the tires with the soil, so these are very strong walls like the walls of bricks. So we can't move those tires which are filled with the soil. In next line, author says that the walls are load bearing and provide thermal mass, which an important attribute of any energy efficient house. So author says that very sturdy building, very sturdy walls we get, and these type of walls we can say that provide thermal mass, thermal power we can get from such type of walls. Thermal mass I will explain later. So thermal mass stores heat and releases the heat slowly. So such type of thermal mass we get when we put the tires wool when we make. So we get the thermal mass. In this thermal mass power we get in this. Thermal mass power is that in which we can store the heat, and heat is released slowly. Next point, this keeps the indoor temperature constant while outside temperature fluctuate. So by this what happens if we get the thermal mass power in the walls? So in indoor temperature is constant, but sometime you may find that temperature of outside like keep fluctuating, but it does not fluctuate. Once the walls are in place, the walls are quite often plastered or and appear very similar to a house built of clay. So we plastered. Author says that we plaster such type of walls as you can see in the picture. So these walls appear like the walls of clay. So as the clay walls are there, so these walls appear like this. Even sewage is not spared. Is the house indoor and outdoor treatment cells for food production and landscaping. Leftover grey water is also used to flush toilets. Then author says that second feature means like next feature of such type of houses are there. Even we organize the sewage also in such type of houses. And by these sewage means waste like drains, you can understand. So by these sewage, they can treat the food production. Means they get the improvement with them in food production by such type of sewage. And landscaping means like making the soil fertilized. Like we can use such type of sewages. Then he says that leftover gray water means the wastewater they use also to flush the toilets. So means the water they don't waste. They make the maximum utilization of sewage water. Right? Now please come on the next page. Dear students, in the picture you can see that these houses are like tire houses. We have to use tires in such type of houses, and you can see bottles also have been used here. So bottle also we can add it in this, and we can make the house, right? So basically we have to use the waste thing in such type of houses. Okay, next line. Most modern amenities such as plumbing, heating, power, and even internet are provided in a self-sufficient way to change the face of remote living. So dear students, author says that in such type of houses, modern amenities means modern facilities like plumbing, heating, power, and even internet also provided in such type of houses. So that we can like show that these are not the remote living. Remote living means when such area is considered which is very far away from cities or for like normal facilities, so those areas are called remote living areas. So by this you will not feel that you are living in remote areas. You will feel that we have all the facilities. We are not living any remote living areas. The construction uses natural cross ventilations to regulate internal temperature for comfort. So in this, ventilation also is organized so that we can maintain the like internal temperature also. Air can cross easily in such type of houses. A lot of people think of the grid living is like living in some kind of TP or something. So sometime author says that some people think that off the grid means without living the norm with the normal facilities is like living in TP. TP means in tent house. Okay. Some people says that living in such type of houses without the basic facilities is living like in a tent. So author says that this is not right. Says Reynolds. Reynolds says like that. Then he says that this is a pretty nice house. The Earthships range in price from $250,000 to $1.5 million. So author says that these are not like normal house. These are the luxurious house. You will get all the basic facilities, and these are the pretty house, very beautiful houses. So cost of such type of house is 250 lakh dollar to $1.5 million. So these are not very cheap houses. In the next line, author says that ships have been built across the USA, have entered Europe, and relief projects are being developed in that Malawi, Guatemala, and Haiti, Jamaica, and Philippines and New Zealand. So author says that they have made such type of houses in USA, and now they have entered in Europe and these all the cities and countries. In next line, he says that fundraising is taking place for a self-sustaining music schools and Easter Island, one of the most remote locations. in the world. Then author says that in the world most remote location is the Easter Island. In these areas we are raising the funds and we want to create there such type of music schools we will create there. So author is saying that we are like developing such type of houses, like schools also we are making this. So all the facilities we are trying to give in such type of houses. Next paragraph. But the spread of these ships has not been plain sailing, as plain sailing means easy to do, as their radical design breaks most architectural rules. So author says that these houses are not easy to make. We have to put a lot of efforts in this because the design of such type of house is little unique. And if we make such type of design, we break the so many architectural rules. In the next line, he says that Reynolds has battled with local government about the Earthships meeting structural codes. So Reynolds says that number of time we have argument with the government regarding the like structure of such type of houses. Government like says that we should not make such type of houses. Then I prove that yes we can make, and these are like good for living. So he says that so many battles we have done with governments. Also, there could be the risk of toxin leaking from the tires into the soil. So this point he accept that sometimes governments like says that there is a chances toxins means like poison can leak from these soil tires, right? So this point he admit. However, many people are coming around to his point of view. But again, he says that many people are with him and they say that yes, we can make such type of houses and we should make, and we can get the benefit of after making such type of houses, right? His fights are being won as hundreds now. Next page. Living or use these uniquely designed buildings around the world. So he says that now he is winning all the fights because many people have come here to live and he's building so many houses around the world. So like he's saying that now I'm winning the race, now I'm winning the competition, winning the fight. My this plan is getting success, many people are coming here to live. Next paragraph he says that the company's next goal is to expand from remote living to more self-sufficient cities, which would be more affordable and sustainable to build an urban city. Then he says that our next goal is that to make such type of houses basically in the remote living areas where there will be no need of any city means like basic facilities we will organize by ourselves. There will be no need of any modern city facilities. Comfortably we can live there. We are trying to make such type of houses which are called which will be called Earthship city, because we will give the uh, complete name of that city, that is the Earthship city, because all the houses will be there, Earthship houses will be there. That's why that city will be called Earthship city, right? Next paragraph, author says that if some government or corporation was getting ready to do a city for 10,000 people, they would spend 10 years putting up infrastructure to support the city's power and sewage. Concludes Reynolds. So Reynolds says that if government or any corporation wishes that and they want to make a city for 10,000 people, for spending like for making such type of building, such type of houses, such type of city, they will spend approximate 10 years. Means like author wants to say that If they want to the house of brick, and they will take a long time, approximate 10 years they will take. If they want to make such type of houses for 10,000 people. So this was concluded by Reynolds. Next, he says that we do not need that. If I had 1,000 acres somewhere and build and funding, I could start building city tomorrow. So he's showing his confidence, that he says that if we have 1,000 acres land somewhere, and funding we have, means money we have, then he says that from tomorrow we can start making such type of city for 10,000 people. And indirectly he wants to say that within like means we can say in less time we can create such type of cities with the waste materials, like with the tires and with the soils and with the bottles, right? So this is all about this city. So now I want to put some question verbally regarding this chapter. So just you have to listen my question, and then you should try to give me the answer. Okay, I will not write any question on the screen, and just you have to listen and you have to reply me what are the answers of that question. Okay, so please wait, let me do some setting. Okay, my first question is that